Hello students, today we are going to start with a new lesson from the Vistas. That is the third lesson, and the name of our lesson is Journey to the End of the Earth by Tishani Doshi. Okay, so this is the lesson. I would like to introduce you what the lesson it is there. So this is what a kind of a travelogue. It's a travelogue, means book based on the travels. So the Tishani Doshi, she is giving an account of her journey to Antarctica in the Russian research vessel, the academic Shokalsky. Okay, so here a research vessel means what? Here nothing but only that ship. That is a research ship. The name of that research ship is Academic Shokalsky. On that, she was traveling towards the Antarctica in the purpose of her research work. She makes it clear that if we want to understand the Earth's past, the present and future, Antarctica is the place to go. Means this is the research on about the origin of the Earth, evolution of the Earth, the today's condition of the Earth, and what the Earth will be in the future. About that they wanted to research. Antarctica is what a perfect place for that kind of a research. The study of this region is useful to us because the world's geological history is trapped in Antarctica. So it is considered or it is believed that whatever the world's geological history it is there, that is trapped in the Antarctica. So Antarctica is the place where the snow it is accumulated. Okay, so too much depth of its snow you will find on the Antarctica. Okay, so I am going to start with the lesson, that is the student on ice. This was the program which was started by Geoff Green. He was a Canadian and he started that student on ice program near about 6 years ago. Under this program, high school students are taken to the ends of the world and provided the inspiring educational opportunities which will help them to encourage in developing a new understanding and respect for our planet. So that the place Antarctica we know that which is there in the southern hemisphere. Okay, so the green offers the future generation of the policymakers a life-changing experience at an age when they are ready to absorb, learn, and most importantly act. So here the student age is what? Which is ready to absorb. Means whatever they used to learn, they used to grasp it very perfectly. They learn or their brain is ready to learn the new things, and most importantly that as per their learning they used to act on it. So the students are very much perfect for this kind of research program which was started by Geoff Green. Antarctica has a simple ecosystem. So Antarctica is with a simple ecosystem. Why it is so? It lacks biodiversity because whatever the climatic conditions are there on the Antarctica which are not very much perfect for any kind of living. Okay, so because of that there is a lack of biodiversity. Therefore Antarctica is the perfect place to study how little changes in the environment can have a big consequences. Means if a very little bit change in the environment can take place, then it can affect a tremendous on the earth. So Tishani Doshi, a sun worshipping South Indian, got a chance to work in the chilly atmosphere of Antarctica. So if you observe the South Indian atmospheric condition, then you will find that it is a hot and humid condition, type of a climatic conditions are there. And she is moving in a very different climatic conditions which are dry and the cold. Okay, so that was a kind of a chilling experience for her. The author boarded the academic Shokalsky, a Russian research ship bound to Antarctica. So they started their journey towards Antarctica. It is the coldest, driest, windiest continent in the world. So these are the words that describing words which are very much perfect for the continent Antarctica. Her journey began 13.09 degrees north of the equator in Madras, and it involves crossing 9 time zones, 6 checkpoints, and 3 oceans, and at least as many ecospheres. So her journey was huge, we can say. It involves crossing that 9 time zones. Okay. Then she had been traveling over 100 hours in combination of car, aeroplane, and ship before she set her foot on the Antarctica continent. So it was a 100 hours journey for her, and she used car, aeroplane, and ship for that. She was first filled with relief and then wonder. So why she was feeling relief? Because after a long journey, finally she reached that place where she wanted. And it was a kind of a wonderful experience for her, because whatever she observed in her surrounding, that was a kind of a surprise for her. She wondered how there could be have been a time when India and Antarctica were a part of the same landmass. Okay, so it is believed that at the beginning of the Earth, earlier period of the Earth, there was a single landmass. It was there. Okay, and that landmass, which was a single landmass, a huge continent plate, it was there. But because of that geological moments that spread into that various parts, and nowadays we can see that the condition of the today's world. So it was a geological phenomena helps us to know about the history of humankind. The history of a humankind is what? The origin of the humankind. 650 million years ago, a giant southern supercontinent. It was a supercontinent. That name was Gondwana. Did exist. So it was a huge supercontinent in the southern pole. It was a center roughly around the present day Antarctica. The climate was much warmer then. Means the Antarctica is the coldest place, but in those days it was a kind of a warmer climatic conditions there. There were a variety of flora and fauna, means vegetation and the animals were there, variety of. The humans had not arrived on the global scene yet, means the human beings were not there. Gondwana thrived for 500 million years, and then came the time when the dinosaurs were wiped out, means dinosaur extinct, and the age of mammals began. Okay, that mammals means what? You know it, that animals who gives birth to their newborn babies. At the time, the landmass was forced to separate into countries, shaping the globe as much as we know it today. So the whatever the 7 continents are there, that came into existence. Okay. So to visit the Antarctica now is to be a part of that history. So they wanted to get to know about how that things taken place. We can get an understanding of where we have come from and where we could possibly be heading, means where we are moving ahead. It enlightens about the importance of Cordilleran folds. That folds means what? That layers in the rocks which are present in that Antarctica, and the Precambrian granite shields. Granite, that is what? Which is the hardest rock, and the shield means what? That protection cover. The ozone and carbon, that ozone layer which protects us from that ultraviolet rays of the sun, and the carbon, which is very important, which used to trap the heat, okay, and keep the earth warm. Then the evolution and the extinction. The evolution of that some species and the extinctions of that some species as well. Imagine how India pushed northward, means that as I told you that the geological movements only which are responsible for that formation of this continent, and because of that the land masses started to float, started to move towards the north, then jammed against the Asia to buckle its crust and form the Himalayas. Okay, so this is how, because of that moment, the buckle its crust means that India joined to the Asian continent and the formation of that Himalayas. Okay, so now here we are going to stop. We'll see the remaining part in the next lecture. Thank you.